like the sound.
I'm sorry to interrupt the fun. I'm sorry. But I've been informed I need to give a little speech, and I feel the need to at least address and welcome everybody and thank them for coming here.
Who are you?
I'm still trying to figure that out. For the folks who don't know, my name is Michael Mcgrath, and this is such a strange thing to say in a public space. I'm better known as Muff Wiggler. About 7.5 years ago, I started a website based around the concept that there weren't enough photographs of cats on the internet. And that's still true, so you're all dropping the ball on that. I started this website because I became fascinated with modular synthesizers, and I couldn't really find any place to get information about them. And there was 2 or 3 little mailing lists that were such a high level of intellectualism, I felt like an absolute idiot coming in and saying, "What's an oscillator?" So I kind of read quietly, but it just seemed too difficult. And so I started this website, initially kind of as a joke, and then people started showing up and talking about modular synths. And you know, I'm just a really lazy guy. I wanted the information to come to me. And that's pretty much what happened. And you know, over 7.5 years, on a weekly basis, my mind just keeps getting more and more and more blown with what the people in this scene who care about these things have been able to do and come together. And I've seen friendships form, I've seen romantic relationships form, I've seen some fairly epic and immature fights. I've seen a lot of photographs of cats and boys and girls in very compromising positions. But I've also seen incredible friendships spanning across the globe. And the most amazing thing to me, I've seen people start businesses and provide employment and paychecks and put food on tables as a result of this goofy cat forum, which makes no sense. In December of this year, something equally outrageous happened. This website spawned a web store. And we've tried to find a way to support the community even in an even more fundamental fashion. And that's always been the core of Muff Wiggler. The idea really was I wanted to find a way to encourage and support the people who are designing and building products in this scene, as well as the people who are using them. And I'll admit, for very selfish reasons. I wanted to support these folks because the more of them succeeded, the more cool stuff I would be able to buy. And it's pretty much that simple. And there's literally companies, people have come up and said, "I'm in business due to your good graces. You know, I've been able to find customers that I didn't think existed because of your website." And I'll be honest, it makes me feel pretty proud, and it's good for my ego. But I disagree with a fundamental part of those statements. I think that these things have happened because of our website and our community. You know, when I get these thanks, it puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I really do feel all I did was hit install on a chunk of open source web code that someone else built. You know, and I do spend a little bit of time refereeing and hand-holding these immature little bun fights that you see break out from time to time. But for the most part, this community takes care of itself and it supports itself. And I've always just wanted to encourage it. In a couple of really hard-working and short months since we launched the web store, it's spiraled and snowballed into this physical space that you see here. All right, I hope he doesn't mind. My partner in this whole venture, Cyrus Rex, is here in the corner. He's
Thank you.
Cyrus is a very soft-spoken and humble man. He deserves far more credit than he would ever be willing to take. You know, he said I should probably stand up and say a few words. I said, you know, you should be here by my side. And he says, no, I'm just going to watch you talk. Cyrus has brought an incredible amount of energy and dedication and focus that I don't have. I don't plan for the future. I don't plan beyond about 45 minutes from now. You know, and he has this ability to just sort of manage the logistics and keep people motivated and get us posters and fresh paint jobs in spaces like this to turn this sort of nebulous virtual thing that we've all built together into a physical, real space. And again, thank you, Cyrus, for your belief and your friendship and your incredible drive and attention to detail that's made this happen. One of the things that probably if there's one message that I can put out to everybody today, if you know the website and you participated over the years, you know it's about the community. It's not about any one person or any one business or any one company. And that whole ethos extends into this physical space. This is here for the people, for the community, because we love the scene and we want to see it flourish, plain and simple. I want to thank everyone for their belief and trust in us. I really want to thank everybody for just coming today and seeing what this is all about. But I also want to thank everybody for their patience. It's an enormous amount of work building a web store, building a physical store. I'm not going to try and do the Grammy Awards list of people that I should be thanking, because we'd be here for an hour and I would leave people off the list and it would be unfair. Almost every face in this room deserves thanks in one form or another, whether it was getting posters printed or designed, or helping us with graphics, or providing really cool stuff to get people in the community excited. It's the gear and the people that have brought us all together here. This store and this exhibition space we have today was going to morph into a physical retail store. Hopefully it'll look great to people walking by the street who don't know what this stuff is, and they'll come in and we'll have fresh blood in the scene, which is great for everybody. This is for everyone, and it's been an awful lot of work in a short amount of time. I want to apologize to everyone we haven't been able to get back to yet, who's been getting in touch. Can you guys sell our products in the store? How do we get something, a poster on the wall? How do we get more exposure for our brand? We will get back to all of you. We have absolutely no favorites that are being played here. We want to sell and represent every single person in this community. At the end of the day, this business is two guys. We've got a couple guys helping us. We haven't been between building the store, launching the site, refereeing these silly fights on the forum. It's been impossible to answer every single email. We will get back to all of you, and we'll do that really soon. On the same vein, one of my biggest hopes, and Cyrus has the same hope, is that this space will be more than just a store. This is open as a workshop space, as a performance space. If you have some products and you want to run a demo day for the general public, for users, you want to advertise it on the forum, say, come in and see this new stuff we've made. There's no requirement that you need to be selling X number of units in our store. We don't care. If you've decided, I don't want to sell in your store, I'm going to sell from my own website, good for you. Come on in and use this space to show your stuff to the customers and the public. I really feel this scene is so small that if we start having these infighting and lists of who we like and who we don't, the bottom's going to fall out underneath all of us. And we all have a responsibility to realize we're part of something amazing. There's a huge amount of energy going on, and we have to work together. And if we do, I think what we can make out of that energy together is absolutely incredible. And that's the spirit behind this store. I could go on and on and on. I have a big mouth. I love talking. So I think I'm going to cut it at that. I do want to thank every single person who's made the journey out here, whether you had to come 1 block or 5,000 miles. Where's Ross Lamond? He traveled here from Scotland to be with us today. He's having a beer right now. He gets the award for the Wiggler that traveled the farthest to be here. But again, this wouldn't exist if it wasn't for you folks. It's just like the forum. I installed a chunk of code. If a lot of cool people didn't see this as a valuable space that they wanted to participate in, we'd have nothing. We wouldn't have this community and this great resource. The same is true of this shop. It's here for everyone in the scene. I think the creativity, the intelligence, the friendship and brotherhood and sisterhood and the family vibe this scene has can take all of us to absolutely amazing places. And if we work together, I think this is just the start of something absolutely nuts. When I launched the website, I couldn't have imagined more than 8 people were going to show up. I hope Eric Barber's in the room. I think he was member number 4 at the forum. As well as Brian Kirby somewhere here. For the first 2 months of the forum, it was Eric, Brian, and I carrying on a really slow conversation, 1 post a week. And it just snowballed, and I'd watched it move to 1 million posts. It took 6 years to reach 1 million posts. 6 months later, we were at 1.4 million posts. It's been an almost perfect exponential graph. Absolutely stunning. The potential is unimaginable. We can go anywhere together, and that's why I'm so excited to see everybody here. Thank you again for your patience, your belief, your trust, most importantly, your love of music. That's what it really comes down to. I love all you guys. I hope I get more time to talk to you all. But enjoy this time. This is your time, and I'm really glad you're here. Thank you so much. I told you I'd forget someone. The first person to ever reach out and do something. Yeah, Chris. No! The first person to ever physically support me in the real world was Surachai. I don't know where he is, but a year after we launched the forum, I was traveling through Chicago on business, and this weird, scary guy sent me a text message. He says, "You're in Chicago. Come out. We're gonna have a barbecue." And we decided to come out, and I think he said, "We're barbecuing you alive." It turns out this scary guy is actually probably the sweetest, most supportive guy who works harder behind the scenes without the recognition he deserves to make this happen. It's Serchai from Trash Audio. He did a ton of the logistics and work to make this happen here today. He deserves everybody's love and support. Wherever you are, Serchai, I love you to bits, darling.
Buy
Mwah.
shirts.
Have fun.